saying to our left-hand side, something to cheer.
Yeah, I just wonder with those changes at half-time, down to the problems that Munoz was causing Uzbekistan down their left-hand side. So Safayev and Fazalayev now are going to partner each other down that left-hand side. Fazalayev switching from right to left, so maybe they're just trying to maybe double up and try and kind of stop and reduce Munoz's influence on the game. But they've just got to stay in the game here, Uzbekistan. Whatever their personnel, don't concede an early second in this first few minutes of the second half.
Throw here for Uzbekistan. Played across by Abdullayev. He's one of a handful of players in the squad who play in the United Arab Emirates. Diba, his club. He has had time out of the game through injury. Played against Canada in one of their warm-up matches, but before that hadn't played since February. Lukumi. Played on. Lerma. Let's have a play here for a Colombia throw.
Well, half-time might have slowed Colombia down, but I expect them to start this half really quickly, play at high tempo, try and get that all-important second goal. In games like this where you're dominating the ball, dominating the game, your opponents aren't really laying a glove on you, you need that second goal. It just gives you that cushion, that extra layer of comfort.
A breakout opportunity here for Uzbekistan. We'll have it here with Fazalayev, who relinquishes the ball. So many teams do. Colombia have 5 in this attack. Chance for Arias, but his first touch didn't help him. Shukurov into the free kick.
Arias could be slightly fortunate not to be yellow carded for that, because Shukurov was away, the counter-attack was possibly on, and he got taken out.
There's Rustam Shomatov. Fabio Cannavaro enjoyed the ultimate success as a player when he lifted the World Cup as Italy captain way back in 2006. Played every minute in that tournament. Only 2, though, have won the World Cup as a captain and coach. Franz Beckenbauer and Didier Deschamps. Fazalayev, happy to watch that one go, and Uzbekistan have a corner here.
I think Fazalayev again being switched from right to left. He's maybe looking to exploit that space in behind Munoz when the right back steps forward, and he's up into a good position there, but he was really keen to let the ball run out of play to give his team the set piece and get the big centre halves up from the back.
Time in Tashkent right now, the capital of Uzbekistan, is 9 minutes past 8 in the morning. It's breakfast time there. There are so many millions of people glued to the TV screens back home, hoping that this ball finds its way in. Corner is a long one, too long for everyone. And a little bit of afters there, but the referee is keen to diffuse.
Set piece, though, was a real waste. They get too many opportunities. Uzbekistan from open play, certainly from set play, so they've got to make them count. He goes for pacey delivery there, just overcooks it. It's wavy on the far post, and the chance is gone.
Sanchez. A lovely touch there by James Rodriguez. Arias. Space off the left here for Diaz. For Arias. This Trivela didn't work out.
Such a waste, because Mahika has covered so much ground on the overlap. That's where the pass should have gone, to the marauding left back.
Rodriguez. He's been a little bit of a nomad in recent years. Really bounced around the clubs. Currently contracted to Minnesota United in MLS, but he's now played for 13 clubs in 11 different countries throughout his career. But is his side's most capped outfielder. Number 127 tonight for him. Lerma finds his way through to Suarez. Hasn't really had too many influential touches to the ball so far.
It's probably understandable, he's a lone striker against three centre-halves.
Headed by Sanchez. Ball here, taken by Saifiev, was one of the half-time changes. Brings a lot of leadership to the side and play on both sides of the back line. Ross slipping towards Saifiev in the end at the far side of the field. Saifiev in, Sanchez out. Probably not looking totally comfortable. Tiniest of touches there sends Diaz sprawling. Free kick to Colombia.
It's been positive from Uzbekistan. Of course, they're going to have to take a few chances, going to have to ride their luck, maybe. Stepping onto Colombia, they're getting plenty of bodies in that Colombian half. It's just whether they can produce that bit of attacking quality, create that one opportunity to get back in the game.
Lerma. And Puerta have a really good understanding in midfield, though the two do have their disciplinary issues and are never too far away from a yellow card. Here's Rodriguez. Beautifully waited for Mojica. In towards Suarez. Oh, that was miscontrolled there by Shumatov. Uzbekistan live to fight another day.
It's good recovery from Shumatov because he's actually in a good defensive position, but he just makes a mess of the initial clearance, reacts so well just to get a toe on the ball and clear his lines.
Karimov. That long diagonal again. It was nearly perfect as well. Spiel on Saifiev.
There's Mojica stepping forward, decent cross. The centre-half is in a good defensive position, but once it bounces off him, Arias probably fancies his chance of tucking it home, defended as well.
Infantino enjoying this game so far. He's never far away from the FIFA legends who have been at every game throughout this World Cup so far. So much expectation about this World Cup. Of course, across 3 countries in North America. It really hasn't disappointed so far. Some really exciting games, some passionate crowds and crowd numbers that have broken records already. Rodriguez. Diaz has to come narrow. Ball didn't quite have enough pace on it. Hamdamov. Mazalayev. Rounded out quickly. Shomurodov. Shomurodov, the captain. Kurov. Saifiev. Moscovoy. Just about as much sustained possession as Uzbekistan have had in the whole game so far. A free kick was likely to be given there. A bit of anger from the Uzbek attacker as well as he tried to nibble away and win the ball back, but Mazalayev wasn't penalised.
And those Colombian whistles really show you how well Uzbekistan are doing. They're on the ball. Colombian fans don't like it. That's why they're whistling. But again, it's just whether Uzbekistan can create those opportunities. Having the ball is one thing. It's making chances. It's absolutely vital. And then, of course, got to be clinical.
No attempts on goal in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. The pressure on there was Puerta. Handball against Lerma. New arms involved.
I think Lerma actually sees that ball too late, and then instinctively the arm comes out. Again, for Uzbekistan, they'll be happy with that. It's a free kick, they get back on the ball, they can apply some more pressure.
Shakurov, in 5 days, will turn 30. No doubt we'll have some kind of celebration while in camp here in the Americas. Sanchez. Lerma. Arias. Munoz, the goal scorer. There was some ride for the Colombia fans to get here to the finals this time. They scored 28 goals in their CONMEBOL qualifying group, which is the most they've ever amassed in the South American section. Big results along the way. They beat Brazil at home. Had a home win against Argentina as well. Really finished up in style as they won 6-3 away to Venezuela. Finished in 3rd place overall. A lovely touch there by Puerta. Rodriguez couldn't find the weight on the ball. Skavoy sent it as far and as high as he can, looking for Shomurodov.
I think the opening 10 minutes of the second half kind of mirror the first maybe 25 minutes, half an hour of the first half, where there was lots of possession for Colombia, but not doing much with it. Again, they need to step the tempo up to get that all-important second goal. Just wonder again whether the hydration break will play into Colombia's hands again.
3 just about plays it back there to Puerta. Found himself in a bit of trouble, but it's Cafeteros, the coffee growers, as Colombia are often known, have won the throw here. I don't think any caffeine is needed to keep everyone awake inside this stadium, though.
The vast majority of the crowd is Colombian, and they were in the stadium, what a good 3 hours before kick-off, and they have never let up.
Whenever any South American team comes to the World Cup, you know you're really in for an atmosphere. They deliver en masse. Straight out of play, applause from head coach Fabio Cannavaro, but it only hands the ball back here to Colombia. Haven't had too far to come to get here. They have been based in Guadalajara, the home of Atlas, actually, the Mexican side. It's only an hour's flight away from here. Shakurov. Slip through here, albeit wide. Held back in by Hamdamov. Ooh, is he going to go in? It is! What a moment! Uzbekistan are level! And Bosbek Faizulayev has sent that small pocket of Uzbek fans into sheer pandemonium, and you can only imagine the scenes back in Tashkent as well. We are level here at Mexico City Stadium.
But 1-0 is always a dangerous scoreline, but Colombia, since the break, they haven't done enough. You get the sense they probably thought, well, we don't need to do too much more. Maybe we'll get that second goal, maybe we won't. We'll win the game anyway. But I think the changes at half-time, switching Fazalayev from right to left, has clearly played dividends, but Shomurodov, his involvement in this goal is outstanding. His link play, and then he does the most important thing. He gets himself into the penalty area. You hand him off. This is a decent cross when he's running out of pitch. And Shomurodov does well to get that shot on target. He's dropping over his shoulder. He's moving away from goal. But he tests the goalkeeper. He forces the mistake from Vargas. But for Fazalayev, he's following it in as well to get the glory. It's an easy finish, but he's standing on the edge of the box watching, hoping that his striking mate scores. Nothing happens. He follows the ball in, gets a break of the ball, and what scenes for Fabio Cannavaro and Uzbekistan. They deserve it from how they played since the break.
Such a highly rated youngster among the Uzbek ranks. Man who's missed so much of the season with various muscle injuries, but a man who really popped up for them in qualifying. 4 of his 8 goals for his country helped them get here to these finals. And now he is a man who's wrote himself into the history books as the first man to score a World Cup goal for his country.
It's amazing, isn't it? That's the first 3 touches in the box that Uzbekistan have had in the game. And I said about them being clinical, haven't got the ball into the box, have really struggled, but on this occasion they do get it in there, and most importantly they score. That's a silly challenge from Puerta, clearly playing the man, not the ball. They look rattled, Colombia. They certainly didn't expect this.
Well, their fans are trying to respond by lifting the volume here inside this stadium. But as the South Africa coach, actually, Hugo Bruce pointed out before their game here against Mexico, ultimately for all of the fans in the stands, it is still 11 v 11 down on the turf.
You really have to admire the Uzbekistan approach. I thought maybe first 15-20 minutes, the second half is kind of backs to the wall, just don't concede that second goal. But they've taken the game to Colombia, and the changes, certainly on the left-hand side, have had an effect.
Colombia looking to respond and re-establish their lead. Rodriguez. Oh, not clear. Arias. Oh, Suarez didn't get a chance. Arias blocked well. And then Lerma with a speculative effort, which does yield a corner.
Well, the ball is played forward by James Rodriguez, and there's no shout for Kusanov. Just step over this ball, leave it. He doesn't, he plays it, keeps it alive, but then he responds brilliantly to get the block in. Just everybody playing their part, looking to repel Colombia.
James Rodriguez made to wait here. Conversations ongoing inside the penalty area. The talisman ready and waiting. For a goal kick. No damage done. Uzbekistan will only grow in confidence now with every minute that goes by.
Yeah, so Shomurodov just manages maybe just to flick the ball onto Davinson Sanchez. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I didn't expect to see this in the second half of the game. It looks like Colombia could do with the hydration breaks, and Néstor Lorenzo can have a word with his team because they've not been good enough, and Fabio Cannavaro must be so proud of his players up to this point.
Momentum switch. Slowly happening here. Just look at what it means to those travelling fans. There were various estimates of how many Uzbek fans would be here. In the USA alone in 2023, there were an estimated 75,000 who live there, who were originally born in Uzbekistan. Now, Puerta on the charge, good save, but in it goes! Luis Diaz re-establishes Colombia's lead! And Uzbekistan can't say they haven't been warned by him tonight. He's been a real live wire. Maybe a slice of fortune as the goalkeeper got hands. He couldn't keep it out. And Colombia back in front again.
Well, Uzbekistan are really unhappy. They feel that Shamirodov was actually fouled in the lead up to the goal. I think Yusupov will be so disappointed he's not saved this. The ball gets picked off in midfield. I'm not sure he is fouled. But I think Luis Diaz really shows the goalkeeper where he's putting this ball. Keeper reads it. You know, and he gets down. He just needs a stronger left arm to keep this out. It's not right in the corner. It's savable. Maybe there's just enough pace on it to dribble into the back of the net, but Uzbekistan and their goalkeeper will be so disappointed they've not kept that out.
Well, Luis Diaz with another goal for his country after such a stellar season in Bavaria, in southern Germany. Only Lionel Messi scored more than him in the CONMEBOL qualifiers. 7 across their 18 matches. And now his first here in the World Cup.
Yeah, Luis Diaz, so important to Bayern Munich, so important to Colombia. Tonight, made one, scored one, but huge helping hand from the goalkeeper.
Denied, of course, by the post in the first half as well. Just managed to squeeze it inside this time.
Fabio Cannavaro will be so disappointed. You know, you lose that ball in midfield. They were so short in defensive numbers. Just completely overrun. That shouldn't happen. Again, you've got the goal back, you've got back in the game on level terms. Don't give a cheap goal away like that.
Of course, just plays ever so slightly wide, Luis Diaz. That is 14th goal in his last 33 caps. He certainly chips in.
In that situation, he's never going to kind of adjust his body, take it on his left foot. He's always going to use that stronger right foot of his. As I say, shows the goalkeeper, you know, where he's going to put it. Normally, you kind of start it wide of the post and it's unsavable. That one wasn't. It was moving back towards the keeper. Gets a good hand on it. Should really probably be keeping it out.
He scored in their farewell game in Bogota against Costa Rica on the first day of June. He waved goodbye there. He said hello well and truly to all the Colombia fans inside this stadium. Most of whom now, I'm sure, will expect their side to go on, get the job done. Munoz, who scored the first, will take a long throw here. Looping one. His header. That was looping too. Here, Yusupov able to backpedal in time. I think it might just have been dropping wide anyway.
Yeah, it was, but again, we've just conceded a relatively soft goal. You worry about every ball that comes across your 6-yard box.
Well, a problem here with the Uzbek goalkeeper down injured again. Now, this is an interesting situation because this was something that was spoken about ahead of this tournament, about players coming over to the sidelines. Of course, you never quite know whether a goalkeeper is genuinely injured, but he is down here for the second time in this game, and although players can't come across to the sideline.
Everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026 broadcast proudly brought to you by Sportybet and Budweiser, official beer of the FIFA World Cup. 4 nations, 3 match days, 1 shot at reaching the FIFA World Cup knockout rounds. This is Group I, featuring 2-time champions France, aiming to reach a 3rd straight final. 2002 quarter-finalists Senegal, Iraq, returning after a 40-year absence, and Norway. The top 2 teams advance automatically, with the 8 best 3rd-place sides also earning a place in the round of 32. Every point matters. There's only one destination for non-stop FIFA World Cup coverage. Live matches, highlights, star pundits, and behind-the-scenes access across multiple dedicated channels, 24/7. Supersport, your ultimate World Cup HQ. Stepping onto the greatest stage are Algeria. Returning for the first time since 2014, this is their 5th FIFA World Cup appearance, now with coach Vladimir Petkovic at the helm. Leading the charge is captain Riyad Mahrez.
Here's Mahrez to open it up, and he does so.
Group J clashes clashes with Argentina, Jordan and Austria await. Algeria's best run so far, reaching the round of 16 in 2014. Can the Phoenix rise again? 4 nations, 3 match days, 1 shot at reaching the FIFA World Cup knockout rounds. This is Group E, featuring 4-time champions Germany, who are looking to bounce back from a shock early exit 4 years ago. Debutants Curacao, 3-time African champions Côte d'Ivoire and Ecuador.
Great chance, and it's the opener!
The top 2 teams advance automatically, with the 8 best third-place sides also earning a place in the round of 32. Every point matters.
A pair of them. We'll be watching this game from somewhere tonight. They are about to have a substitution here by the looks of things. It's going to be the introduction here of Leandro Campas of Rosario Central in Argentina. Left winger. He doesn't have too many caps to his name. He's going to come on here. He is going to replace James Rodriguez. What have you made of him tonight?
Well, I think it's pretty clear he's not the player that he was in terms of his physicality, his fitness levels. He can still massively influence games. If games are going like this, you get him on the ball, he still has that ability, but he can't cover the ground as he once did. But the Colombia fans still absolutely love him.
So Campas is on, a tricky winger. He won his first 2 caps in 2021 and 2023. Returned in March last year to the fold. Now gets his chance here at a World Cup.
Yeah, he's going to operate down the right-hand side. Arias has gone over to the left-hand side with Luis Diaz looking to play a bit more centrally, maybe partner Luis Suarez. I think for all these Colombian attackers, you can have kind of maybe think they're playing set positions. They don't when they have the ball. You know, most of them are on the move.
Just over 20 minutes to go, including added time. Football to be played. Uzbekistan have arguably their toughest game to come in Houston next Tuesday as they play against Portugal. As the Congo showed earlier today, it's possible to get a result out of them despite their stellar lineup. It's back here with Vargas. The goalkeeper covering themselves in glory in this second half so far. Maybe a chance here. Campas will get it back here. Just couldn't find a way across, but the offside flag now goes up anyway. Kusanov and co really have their work cut out right now.
Yeah, Kusanov didn't know the flag was coming, so it's a really good intercept. See what Campas is looking to do. He's got 2 teammates at the far post. He's looking to pick out, but that's the problem. They're going to have to take a few risks now. Uzbekistan commit bodies forward. They're maybe going to get caught on the counter-attack because Colombia have these dynamic, quick players who break at you very, very quickly.
A long, high clip ball looking for Sefiev. Campas has made an instant impression with his pace and direct running. Kumi, quite expecting it like that there. Mojica. Free kick Colombia.
That's really good.
Howling for it, and they got the decision.
Yeah, it's really good play, Luis Diaz. He just gets his body in between the defender and the ball. He just draws the foul from Kusanov. He's so desperate to get to the ball, he fouls his man. That's really good attacking positioning, body positioning from Luis Diaz.
Some conversation after the decision, but it will be a chance to deliver here for Colombia. You just feel they need that 3rd goal to kill this one off and give themselves that opening 3 points that they crave. Munoz with the opener 4 minutes before the break. Azulayev with the equaliser 15 minutes into the second half, but a leveller that kept them at 1-1 for this 4.5 minutes or so before Luis Diaz struck. Arias, too high. What do you make of the composition of the group now, given the result that Portugal had earlier? Colombia at the moment on the way to 3 points, but that result for Roberto Martinez's side, or lack of result as they would see it at least, leaves things a little bit in the balance.
Yeah, I think it's all important to win that opening group game. It just gives you a bit of breathing space to relax a little bit more. I think Colombia, when they saw Portugal draw that game, they wouldn't have expected that. Maybe it just gives them that extra bit of a lift going into this one. Still, again, these so-called lesser nations are causing fancy teams real problems as well. And again, here, Colombia, it's not been straightforward at all.
Waiting in the wings here. This is Berkamonov. It's going to be one of 2 changes here for Uzbekistan. And Rustam Shurmatov, who has been down there, is going to come off. So, Jekyll here. Rozov will come on at centre-half. Only made his debut in a friendly against Gabon in March this year. The FIFA series. Azulayev also coming off in the attacking position.
Yeah, once again, Fabio Cannavaro just freshening up that left-hand side. Shurmatov was starting to look a little bit laboured. He's starting to tire, so that's a defensive change that makes sense.
Monov, who's come on, a centre-forward by trade, plays for Dinamo Samarkand in Uzbekistan, winner of 3 league titles domestically. She only joined his club in December as he left Bukhara. Diaz went early with his cross. And Munoz just trying to slide it down the line to keep it in play, but the wrong side of the line for him. Well, Mr. Lorenzo, the Colombia coach, was backing his side yesterday at his press conference. They played a friendly against France at the end of March and said they might have lost that one by 3-1, but the big periods of that game he thought his side matched Didier Deschamps' men. Now we're about to make a double change here. Brescia Rios will come on into midfield, and looks like Juan Camilo Hernandez will also be introduced here. Sanchez had to get that header right. It did to find Munoz. Puerta. Suarez going down, the referee blowing. The crowd of 80,824 inside Mexico City Stadium here tonight. Not quite the crowds of over 110,000 they used to have here once upon a time, but this place really packs a punch. So the withdrawal here of not only Puerta but Suarez as well. And Richard Rios of Benfica will go and slot into the middle. Also coming on here, it's going to be the Real Betis man, Juan Camilo Hernandez, better known as Cucho. Just had his best ever season scoring-wise, 11 in the league, 15 in all competitions. So that is side in part to Champions League football next season in Seville. Munoz went down there, looks towards the referee, thinking that he was pushed and pulled a bit, but no free kick. That was certainly a free kick. No debate about it.
I think the Colombian players just, as Anthony Taylor, the referee, maybe Shmurudov should be booked for that, but again, let the referee make the decision. Yeah, it's a poor challenge, it's not really that reckless, it's not dangerous at all, so I think the referee does a good job. It just says, Colombia players, look, leave it to me, let's just get on with the game.
Lukumi, Hernandez, slightly short. Maybe some signs of time starting to set in here for Uzbekistan. Munoz, Rios. FIFA, of course, have such a stronghold in the South American market. Shot flies over the bar. There was a signing from Palmeiras in July last year after a really solid outing at the Club World Cup.
It's a wild swipe at the ball here from Mojica. Just think it opens up for him. He has options. Decides to go for glory, but he's way off target.
It's been a little bit stop-start in this second half. Free kick taken short in the end by Urazov. Done well by Moscovoy. Shukurov. Uzbekistan stretching the pitch far and wide at the moment, trying to find gaps that they have struggled to do so far. Very quickly taken there by Saifiev, but the referee, Taylor, ordering a retake. Rozov with this throw is starting to gather, which means this is going to be launched. Let's get some distance on it too. To the challenge of it there, Shukurov, but no harm done. Free kick right in front of Fabio Cannavaro. Says the best achievement for his side is to show the people our character and philosophy. Wasn't willing to put an actual position on it in terms of whether they were going to finish in the group or even in the knockout stages. Took on the first team from Asia to reach the knockouts in their first appearance in Saudi Arabia back in 1994. By Shukurov, but didn't quite get his angles right there.
The set plays haven't been perfect. A couple of occasions now they've just overhit the ball into the box. Need to get that right if they are to get that second equaliser.
Colombia closing in on a space at the top of the group for them. Campas. Diaz with the no-look pass. Oh, they're firing in low there was Campas again. It is a corner.
Time is running out for Uzbekistan, but Colombia clearly just looking to get that third goal to secure the win. I think if you'd ask the Colombia fans, Uzbek fans as well, after 85 minutes or so, what would the score be? I don't think too many would have expected 2-1.
Referee just having to take a ball away from behind the goal there because it can interfere with the technology which is used in all the matches here at the World Cup. Brozov and Sanchez getting well acquainted. Long one. Uzbekistan just about able to get it away, but Arias comes back. He's set! And into the side netting again, not for the first time today. They keep on coming. They're pushing for that third goal. Third goal that will bring 3 points. To throw in only. Hans enjoyed that. Campas. Early there for Hernandez in the middle. Campas getting stuck in again. Really tenacious play. Campas! Well, he's offered so much off the bench so far, but the finish was lacking.
That's all you can do. You can't sulk when you're not named in the starting 11. Can he have an impact? When you go on and ball at his feet, he's looked dangerous, really aggressive there as well. Pressing that Uzbek back line, winning the ball back. See what he's trying to do, just the execution wasn't quite right.
The Fiev. Sano. Walkup's really built his career so far. He got a move to Nantes in France after impressing at the under-20 version. He's had a very quick rise to prominence. Last season playing under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. He'll have a new coach next season at club level. A touch from him there. Moscovoy. Got two in the box here, Uzbekistan, but the ball to them. It's the hardest part. Plenty in there now. Plenty behind there as it was hit by Hamdamov. It's a corner.
Yeah, this is where Uzbekistan want to be, need to be. Time running out.
Of the 90 remain. Although Fazalayev has written himself into Uzbek folklore by scoring their first ever World Cup goal. If someone could score here and pinch a point, they really would be a national hero. Some delay before this set play. Corner, plenty of movement, but movement into each other in the end as two Uzbek players go flying into one another.
They're just trying to put too much pace on the set piece as well. If you try and whip the ball in like that, you've got to get it absolutely right. If you slightly overhit it, how aggressively you strike, it's just going to go flying beyond the far post.
Only a second job at international level for Fabio Cannavaro. He previously had a two-match spell in charge of China back in 2019, but he eventually stepped down because he was also in charge of Guangzhou Evergrande at the time. Decided that he wanted to concentrate on one job instead of two, which I think is fair enough.
Just being greedy, isn't he? No, but even though this game might end in defeat, I think they've shown the world again the strides that they've made and just how aggressive and mature his team can be.
Sofia. Monov. Really well so far. That's a fine pick out as well. And over the top for Moscovoy. Oh, what a chance for Uzbekistan. With time fast running out, that could have been the moment.
It does so well because the ball is really zipped into his feet. His first touch is excellent. Adjusts his body. See what he's trying to do, just drop it into that top corner. Just gets underneath it slightly too much. It's a great chance. Again, just underlines how Uzbekistan have taken the game, throughout the game, certainly in the second half, to Colombia.
He's only scored once for his country before against Kyrgyzstan in the CAFA Nations Cup in September last year. That would have been a career highlight for him. 8 minutes of added time. Music to the ears of Uzbek fans here and back home. Get the feeling they might have one more opening, but they are going to have to take it.
It's far from comfortable for Colombia. They didn't expect to be in this position. But I just don't think they've done enough, created enough. Give Uzbekistan a huge amount of credit for how they've been organised, and again the changes from Cannavaro have had an effect. I just think they're so positive in the second half, and that is not easy at your first World Cup against this type of team.
Players restarted, but 3 players are waiting to come on as subs for the 2 teams combined. Monov on the right this time. Shakurov. Colombia just about hanging on here against the debutants. Safiev in. Oh, they can't clear. Was there an arm use there? Somehow Vargas keeps a hold of it. And Colombia retain their lead, but only just.
It's a wonderful cross from Safiev right into that danger zone between backline and goalkeeper.
Well, Nestor Lorenzo was talking about managing the anxiety of the Colombia fans. They're really feeling it right now.
Such a difficult ball to deal with. It's just that the flick on from Hamdamov as well causes the problem. I don't think he does actually strike an arm. It's Arias who is strong. He's in a good defensive position ahead of Shomorodov.
Well, Luis Diaz's number has come up here. He does have the time until the second change has been made to get off the field. Looks like John Arias is also making way, so 2 of their key attacking talents making way for the final minutes here. They've just got off in time. Of course, if you don't get off in the 10 seconds these days, then you do have to wait a minute at least before your replacement can come on. Andres Gomez of Vasco da Gama has come on there, as well as Kevin Castaño of River Plate. Holding midfielder. Just a bit more solidity in the remaining seconds of added time. Wide nicely by Moscovoy, who's been more and more involved since the break. That's a delightful ball in there as well, but no one able to throw themselves at it.
It shows you how well Cannavaro's team have done, how they're pressing here, that Colombia have been forced really to take off 2 of their attacking danger men in Arias and Diaz, just to shore things up, just to make absolutely sure that Colombia win the game.
Well, even if they lose here, they will be proud of their side, who have given absolutely everything here. I think many neutrals looking on would have expected a bigger margin of victory for Colombia. As this World Cup has shown so far, as this group has shown so far, nothing can be taken for granted.
Yeah, sides that we really expected to start well, like Spain and Portugal, maybe Colombia as well. They've had a struggle, but Colombia, I think the most important thing is just win the game.
It's Uzbekistan who are pressing late on, trying to spring a surprise. Making the run here is Hernandez. Rios going past him. Colombia do get a throw just about in the final third, and trying to rev up their fans here to try and push them over the line. Not quite as comfortable as it might have been for his side. He was a World Cup runner-up for Argentina back in 1990. They'll really have to go some to get his side anywhere near the final here. But they have shown glimpses in this match so far of the threats they have, particularly in attack.
Yeah, the win, it is to be a win for Colombia. It's not been emphatic, but with Portugal drawing, it was so important that Colombia got the 3 points in this game. It looks like they're just about going to make it.
watching, 80,000, the vast majority of whistling every touch here for Uzbekistan, trying to play their part. Shukurov. Looks for that run, doesn't quite have the distance on it. Melo. Colombian players tearing around the field, trying to put Uzbekistan under pressure, but to their credit, the side ranked 50 in the world, just about keeping their nerve here. Colombia ranked some 37 places above them in FIFA's world rankings. Free kick. And now this stadium that has been so loud all evening, going just about as quiet as it's been, because they are so nervous.
It's really a tackle of frustration there for Munoz, just clattering Moscovoy. Just piles pressure on his defence. Just stay on your feet. Force Moscovoy, Uzbekistan backwards. Don't give it away a cheap free kick like that.
So this might be it now. Just over a minute to go of added time. The free kick is beyond everyone. And with that, Uzbekistan's chance might just have evaporated.
Yeah, it's the set-piece story of the second half, and Uzbekistan, they've wasted so many decent opportunities.
Players coming together as tensions get high. Kusanov has to be careful, of course. He has already been yellow carded. To say my command of the Uzbek language isn't what it used to be, but I don't think Kusanov too impressed there.
We might have to apologise to some lip readers there. I don't think he was very happy with maybe a Colombia player or two. A few words out of place. Kusanov wasn't happy.
Vargas as long as he can go. Rios goes up, but the header won by Uruzov. Mojica, up but not forward. This was Sanchez. Anywhere will do at the moment. But they might get more than that. Hernandez. It's a great effort. That's tremendous play. And across as well to finish it! Goal! Goal, Colombia! Leandro Campas seals the deal! And it is 3 points on their only night. Nestor Valento's side get over the line, but only just.
Well, it's incredibly harsh on Uzbekistan. They don't deserve this, but what outstanding play from Hernandez. You know, he's a centre forward. You're judged on the goals that you score, but it's not just about that. The supply here, the work to actually secure the ball in the first place is brilliant. The cross, I think, is one of the best you're going to see in this tournament. It is pinpoint in its accuracy, but he's chasing lost causes here. You know, it's a physical mismatch. He doesn't give up. He's on the floor, he's up again, he just keeps going, keeps the ball in play. I just thought he was going to head for the corner flag. But what about this for a cross? Quite unbelievable. You know, Campas, give him credit, he's expecting a decent ball in, and he finishes it brilliantly. But the work from Hernandez to create it is just outstanding.
Just a second international goal for Campas, and a smile so wide. His first against France in a friendly in March. This one means so much more. And for many people waking up maybe to see the scoreline tomorrow, they might think this has been a more comfortable affair than it actually has been.
And just go back to that opportunity for Moscovoy. Got the ball out of his feet, put it over the crossbar, looking for the top corner. Could have been 2-2. But now Campas has taken the game away from Uzbekistan.
We're well past the allotted 8 minutes. Oh, off the bar! That would have been a goal of the tournament contender right there. The margin's so fine in this sport we love and cherish so much. It will count for very little. What a balmy game it's been here. And what a hit there by Karimov, the 18-year-old. Full time, it's over. Colombia winners. Uzbekistan devastated. They contributed so much to this riveting game of football. But as is so often the case on the biggest stage, it can be a matter of fine margins.